Oh, Lord Jesus, this was so dang on good. I made a broccoli, spinach, Gouda, cheese sauce that was put onto a baked potato and smothered with shrimp. Come on with it. Lord have mercy. Come on in this kitchen, I got you. First off, you want to wash your potato thoroughly. I use a little baking soda and salt to scrub off the excess dirt. I'm sorry I didn't show it, so I'm telling you what I did. Just use a little salt and baking soda to help scrub off the dirt. Because I don't know about you, but I like to eat the whole potato. Next, I'm going to coat my potatoes inside some olive oil. You want to use a nice amount so that your seasonings can stick to the skin. Like I said before, I eat the whole potato and you want to make sure you smack them, flip them, rub them down all inside the oil, make sure it's nicely coated real well, all right? All right, y'all, let's season them up. First, I use some white pepper. I didn't show the picture, but I'm using white pepper right here. Then, of course, I'm going in with some garlic powder. Garlic powder, like I said, ain't never hurt nobody. Just wash your mouth, brush your teeth. All right, so next I'm going to use some kosher salt. I like to use a coarse salt whenever I'm doing baked potatoes because it sticks to the skin better, give a better outcome. Okay, so then we're going to do this once again. We're going to roll our potatoes into the seasoning and the oil all over again. So it's nicely coated to get a nice flavor on the outside of the skin. The skin is the best part of me. I love it. Next, you're going to wrap your potatoes up into some heavy duty tin foil. And you're going to make sure you close it up nice and tight so the steam stays in so that your potato get nice and tender on the inside. Some people like poking holes inside of their potato with a fork and stuff. You don't have to do that. Don't do all that. Just wrap it up nice and tight and keep it inside the oven at 400 degrees for about an hour. And it's going to be good, I promise you. Normally, I put my baked potatoes straight into the oven, but since I use oil on them, I do not want the oil to drip inside of the oven to cause a little smoke. So put them on the baking pan. Again, we're going to put our baked potatoes to the oven for an hour to 45 minutes, depending on your oven, at 400 degrees, or until they're nice and tender. Next, I'm going to season my shrimp with some smacking seasoning and some Tony Tony Snatch and Sneeze. And if you don't know where to get the smacking seasoning from, the link is in the bottom of the comments. To a large skillet, you're going to add in half a stick of unsalted butter, and you're also going to add in some more olive oil as well. You're going to go ahead and let this melt on medium-low heat. You don't want it to burn. After your butter has melted, you want to go ahead and start adding in your shrimp. And once you add all your shrimp in the pan, go ahead and turn your heat back up to medium-high heat so you get a nice even cook on your shrimps. Okay, once I added all my shrimp to the pan, I went ahead and added a little more garlic powder to my shrimp. Like I said, garlic powder ain't hurt nobody. And of course, going to add in some herbs. Got a little parsley, going to add in there too for a little extra color and flavor. Your shrimp should be cooked in 2 to 3 minutes and look just like this. Do not let those shrimp cook more than that. We don't like rough shrimp. Take them off the heat. So, all right, y'all, in the same pan, you're going to add in your frozen broccoli. Do not clean the pan out. We want all that flavor. Get all that flavor with the frozen broccoli. Add it to the pot. And then, yes, we're going to add our frozen spinach, too. I ain't too proud of big. Put that frozen spinach in that pot. Ain't hurt nobody. All right, next we're going to season it up with a little kosher salt. And then I'm going to add a little bit of white pepper. And then I added in my heavy cream. And we're going to let this cream come up to a nice little simmer, not a deep bubble, but a nice little simmer before we add our cheese. I also added 2 cloves of chopped garlic. All right, y'all, so the cheese I chose some Gouda. Not smoked Gouda, just plain old Gouda. You can put some Parmesan cheese, some mozzarella cheese, whatever cheese you like, cheddar cheese, Swiss beets, I don't know, whatever cheese you like. Put the cheese on in the pot, but I'm using some Gouda today, baby. Then, of course, you know we got to jazz it up with a little bit of Tony Chachere's, that season that make you sneeze. And last but not least, I added in some shrimp bouillon to give an extra little body and bounce to that sauce. Next, you're going to grab a whisk to make sure all your cheese is well incorporated into your sauce. Look at that sauce. It's nice, ooey, gooey, bubbling. Look at that sauce. Oh, Lord Jesus, you know it's going to be fine good. All right, y'all, it's been about an hour. I'm going to remove my baked potatoes from the oven, and they should be nice and tender. All right, let's bust this thing over. Look at that potato. See how nice and creamy it look on the inside? I ain't put nothing on it. I ain't put nothing on it. Nice and creamy on the inside. Once I bust that thing open, I went ahead and put my sour cream down to the bottom first. I didn't need to put no butter or no salt on it because my sauce is already flavored and seasoned. So I added the sour cream to give a little more flavor to and more depth to this baked potato. Look at that sauce. Go ahead and add my sauce to that thing. We need some more. Go ahead and add that sauce in there. Don't be stingy with it. I ain't trying to be stingy with it. Put that sauce on that potato. There we go. That's enough right there. And then you want to go on and add them scrimps on top of that. Look at them scrimps. Look at them scrimps. They juicy. Add that juice from the scrimps too. They ain't up a flavor, baby. Add that juice. Look at that juice. Bussin'. Look at that. Lord have mercy. When I tell y'all, this thing was so dang on good, I couldn't look. It was so dang on hot. I couldn't even put it in my mouth. Look, hot. Bussin'. Go on, try it. You know, I ain't even gotta tell you. You know what to do. If you like what you see, try it.